Chapter 7. All Hell Breaks Loose. On October 1917, the Revolution of Russia resulted in the creation of the Soviet government. On November 18, 1920, on October 18, 1920, Soviet Russia became the first country to legalize abortion. Until the end of World War II, legalized abortion was limited to Russia and countries controlled by the USSR. Then Sweden and Japan followed suit. In the 1960s and 70s, many European democracies passed similar laws. In 1973, the Supreme Court imposed abortion on the United States. Today, the World Health Organization estimates there are 50 million abortions a year worldwide. The number of abortions performed in the past 100 years could be in the billions. This is from Dr. Jennifer Roback Morse, founder and president of the Ruth Institute. She also warned now some prominent NGOs and government aid givers are trying to force abortion on African countries like Kenya, despite overwhelming local opposition. It is important for us all to understand the origins of legalized abortion. It started with a regime dedicated to the abolition of human rights and the family, and the massive expansion of state power, Morse charged. By the 1970s, the USSR was averaging 7 to 8 million abortions per year. To this day, the countries with the highest abortion rates remain communist or recently communist: Russia, Cuba, Romania, Vietnam, and China. Abortion was legalized by the Bolsheviks soon after they seized power. The revolution commenced in St. Petersburg in October 1917, followed immediately by a brutal civil war from 1918 to 1921, which would leave some 7 million Russian men, women, and children dead. But that was nothing compared to the deaths of the unborn that commenced when the Bolsheviks legalized abortion in November 1920. No state has surpassed China's wickedness toward the unborn. Many, if not most, of China's abortions were compelled by the regime's one-child policy launched over 40 years ago. One of the most severe infringements on family life ever inflicted by a government. The death toll from that single policy is hard to even calculate, let alone mentally and emotionally assimilate. When Our Lady of Fatima looked to Bolshevik Russia with motherly concern and pain, we see why. The tragedy there is hard to even comprehend. Since the 1920s, the struggle for the right to abortion has become an ideological issue in which all Western societies in the process of secularization have been engulfed, offering a singular echo to the words heard in 1917 by the seers of Fatima. Hey! From the very mouth of the Virgin Mary. If you accept my request, Russia will be converted and you will have peace. Otherwise, it will spread its errors throughout the world.